Hi, I'm Tarsha Ashoka and welcome back to First Capital Monthly Economic Watch. Starting off with the news item for the month of April 2024. Sri Lanka rejected international bondholders' proposal on 15th April 2024 to restructure more than $12 billion in debt. Despite constructive discussions with the steering committee members of the ad hoc group of bondholders, the two sides could not reach agreement on restructuring terms. Some of the proposal's baseline assessments and a lack of contingency options in the case of continued economic weakness were the two main reasons the deal was not agreed. The negotiations primarily focused on the bondholders' proposal, particularly concerning the introduction of a macro-linked bond. The March proposal suggested a 20% haircut on the nominal amount of existing bonds, and the April proposal increased the haircut to 28% with no haircuts on public debt interest in both March and April proposals. If we look at the inflation for the month of April, month-on-month inflation declined by negative 0.8%, while the year-on-year inflation increased to 1.5%. Year-on-year inflation of food group decreased to 2.9%, while non-food group increased to 0.9% in April 2024. Analyzing the month-on-month inflation, expenditure of food items contributed negative 0.32%, while non-food items contributed negative 0.47%. Within the food items, decrease in value changes were mainly reported for vegetables, rice, green chilies, eggs and fresh fruits. Among non-food group, decrease in value changes were largely reported in housing, water, electricity, gas and other fuels. Foreign reserves increased sharply by $478 million to $5.4 billion in April 2024, led by the strong upturn in tourism earnings and worker remittances. Continuous buying of dollars by the central bank too largely benefited the reserves to surpass $5 billion mark. AWPR continued its downward momentum, closing the month at 10.1% towards the end of April. Also, secondary market yields experienced a significant plunge during the month, driven by a resurgence in bullish sentiment as weighted average yields at the Treasury bill auction dipped below 10% across the board with full acceptance. Moving on to the external sector performance, trade deficit narrowed on a year-on-year basis to $369 million in March 2024, supported by significant growth in export earnings, which recorded the highest earnings of $1.1 billion since August 2022. On the other hand, imports also slightly increased by 4% year-on-year to $1.5 billion. And with that, we conclude the monthly recap for April 2024 and stay tuned for more updates in the future. Thank you.